The Maratona dles Dolomites is an annual single-day road bicycle race covering 7 spectacular mountain passes in the Dolomites. Open to amateur cyclists, the Maratona Euro with 9,000 riders from over 40 nations is one of the biggest Italian Granfondo bicycle races. National Geographic described it as one of the biggest, most passionate, and most chaotic bike races on Earth. History: the first Maratona was held on July 12, 1987 as part of the 10th anniversary celebrations of the Alta Badia Raiffeisen Cycling Club. 166 riders raced in this first event covering 175 kilometers and 7 passes in the Dolomites. In 1989 the race had to be abandoned because of heavy snowfalls on the ascent to Gil Pass. But since then the number of people who would like to ride the Maratona has increased exponentially. In 2004 the number of participants had to be limited to 9,000 riders and lotteries were introduced to draw participants. For the 2012 edition 29,100 people registered to take part in that Euro unregistered trademark S lottery, which will allocate 4,800 entries. A further 4,200 entries are reserved for official tour operators, fidelity members of the Maratona, and charity races, bringing the final tally of participants to 9,000 persons. The race is actually divided into 3 courses of varying difficulty: the cylinder course, the middle course and the Maratona course. All riders start at 6:30 a.m. in the village of Lilla and complete the 4-pass cylinder course first. After completing the cylinder course, riders can either choose to finish the race or proceed directly onwards with the middle course. As the Maratona course is an extension of the preceding shorter middle course, riders wishing to tackle the full Maratona dles Dolomites have to proceed with the middle course. All 3 courses lead the riders through the Dolomite Mountains around the Sella Group and over roads, where legendary rides by great champions of the Giro d'Italia have taken place. The roads are lined with tens of thousands of cheering spectators and the entire event is broadcast live on Italian national broadcaster RAI. Along the courses 7 refreshment stations are manned by volunteers, where riders can strengthen themselves with foods and drinks, varying from sports drink to coffee to strudel or speck sandwiches. Riders Week: the week prior to the Maratona is an event in itself called Riders Week. Group rides, training rides, cycling events, and parties are organized and held daily. Most racers therefore spend the entire week preceding the Maratona in the Val Badia. The courses: see also, external map of the courses. Cylinder course equals, the cylinder course starts in the village of Lilla and finishes in the village of Corvara. The course goes clockwise around the Sella mountain group. 4 passes must be surmounted to finish the course. After the start the course follows the main road through the Val Badia to the village of Corvara. The ascent to Campolungo Pass begins immediately behind the village. After crossing Campolungo Pass the course descends to the village of Araba in the Fodem Valley. From there it climbs to the Pordoi Pass and then descends into the Fassa Valley. There the climb to the Sella Pass begins, from which the riders descend into Gardena Valley. The last pass the cylinder course traverses is the Gardena Pass. From it the course begins its final descent towards the finish at Corvara. Passes: Campolungo Pass, 5.8 kilometers, gradient, 6.1%, Pordoi Pass, 9.2 kilometers, gradient, 6.9%, Sella Pass, 5.5 kilometers, gradient, 7.9%, Gardena Pass, 5.8 kilometers, gradient, 4.3%. Total distance, 55 kilometers, total altitude difference, 1,780 m. Middle course equals, the middle course follows immediately after the cylinder course. Riders wishing to tackle it, do not stop after the cylinder's finish line, but directly proceed to ascend Campolungo Pass a second time. In Araba the middle course deviates from the earlier course and follows the road out of the Fodem Valley to the village of Sanadoi. Here the course splits, rider choosing to do the entire Maratona proceed to the village of Col Santa Lucia, while the remaining riders begin the ascent to the Falsarigo Pass. At the top of the pass riders climb further 80 m to reach the Valparola Pass. From there the road descends to the village of San Iasian and passing through Lila reaches the finishing line in Corvara. Passes: Campolongo Pass, 5.8 km, gradient, 6.1%, Pordoi Pass, 9.2 km, gradient, 6.9%, Sella Pass, 5.5 km, gradient, 7.9%, Gardena Pass, 5.8 km, gradient, 4.3%, Campolongo Pass, 5.8 km, gradient, 6.1%, Falzarigo Pass/Valparola Pass, 11, 8 km, gradient, 6.7%. Total distance, 106 km, total altitude difference, 3090 m. Maratona course riders who have chosen to do the Maratona course split off from the middle course in the village of Sanadoi. The Maratona dles Dolomites proceeds from there to the village and uncategorized climb of the Col Santa Lucia, after which the steepest of all climbs begins, the climb to Gil Pass. From Gil Pass the road goes down to Picol, from where the course rises to the Falzarigo Pass. There it reunites with the middle course and having crossed Valparola Pass follows the same road through San Iasian and Lila to the finish line in Corvara. Passes: Campolongo Pass, 5.8 km, gradient, 6.1%, Pordoi Pass, 9.2 km, gradient, 6.9%, Sella Pass, 5.5 km, gradient, 7.9%, Gardena Pass, 5.8 km, gradient, 4.3%, Campolongo Pass, 5.8 km, gradient, 6.1%, Gil Pass, 9.9 km, gradient, 9.3%, Falzarigo Pass/Valparola Pass, 11.5 km, gradient, 5.8%. Total distance, 138 km, total altitude difference, 4190 m. Recent results. References. External links: Maratona dles Dolomites homepage in English, Dolomites, the official tour operator of the Maratona dles Dolomites.